100% correct. See, Mexicans, when we grew up, we adored our own culture. We loved our tradition. We loved our culture. But sometime after Tupac, sometime after DMX, sometime when Young Thug and all that came around, black rap culture had a real big influence on the young Mexican kids coming up. They had an influence on us, but we didn't allow it to take over us, right? We didn't try to be that. Like if some of the black homies were like, hey, what's up, nigga this? I'll say the word nigga that, whatever, right? We didn't adopt that word. My generation didn't adopt it. When we were younger, if somebody used that word, whether it was the A on the end or it was the ER on the end, and you weren't black, it called for an automatic ass whooping. You would see somebody getting socked the fuck up, right? And then they wouldn't do it anymore. But see, the thing is, when you ask some of these younger Mexican folks, the younger Mexican dudes that are constantly with the nun, every other word is the N word. That's ridiculous, bro. Why are you always saying the N-word, bro? Oh, I grew up with the black homies. I grew up around the black homies. And then you find out they just went to school with them. If they were ever around black folks. They just went to school with them. Like they never hung out with them. They never went to their house to play video games or for a cookout. They don't know their mom. They don't know their dad. They don't know their brothers or sisters. They just know them from school or maybe playing sports with them. That's not growing up with the black folks. Because if you did grow up with the black folks, then you would understand one thing. Most black folks won't use the N-word unless they're angry, unless you've pissed them off, or they're having a good time. But it ain't every other word. N. Yeah, my nit, yeah, nit, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Nit? Nah, yeah, nit. You know what? It ain't like that. And that's how you know that when you ask a lot of these Mexican fools and white fools, and you tell them, hey, why are you using that word so much? And they're like, oh, well, I grew up around the black homies, blah, blah, blah. And it, like, you know, whatever. You can tell that they really haven't. They just want to be them. You see, they want to be them. No matter how you slice it, no matter how you try to hammer it out, they want to be Young Thug, right? They want to be all these young black rappers that they saw on TV with the tight pants, the weird colored hair, the grills in their mouth, the stupid sunglasses, the dumbass Gucci belts. The black homies look at them and like, damn, you guys want to be us so bad.
What's happening? Now I appreciate this man's take on it, because that's pretty much where we're at, an honest take on it. So I'm just going to expound on some things. For all you people who like to dabble in black culture, you really just dabble in hip hop culture for the most part. And you kind of like the best stereotypes of a black person, that's a black American that's 25 and under. That's what you living by. Like, oh yeah, I'm black. You're like, shit. No, you're hip hop stereotype black. You ain't black. Because y'all don't gravitate to like Common or Mos Def, or you know what I'm saying. Y'all don't gravitate to J Electronica. It's always a negative stereotype. So we know like you full of it. But like the other part that he was saying, about like we don't use nigga all the time. That's just a reality. Like we don't really use it all the time. All of you other people who just have a hankering to use it, and it makes you feel special and giddy inside, and like, yeah, I'm being black because I can say it. Yeah, but you wouldn't say that around us like that. See, here's the thing. First and foremost, y'all not around our families and friends like that. So you might be around a black person, a couple of black people, and those black people that may be your friends. If they took you home and around their family and around their friends, and you just decided, yeah, I'm just watch how I fit in. Yeah, dog, it might not go too well. No, it's probably gonna go left real fast. You shouldn't be shocked. You can't be surprised because I thought y'all just did it all the time. Like, what was that stupid politician? Oh, I thought y'all were just gonna be drinking, be saying the N word and having sweet tea. And he went to a black restaurant. He was 50, 60 years old. A dumb politician. Or was a political pundit, whatever it was. I forget who it was. Bill O'Reilly, Glenn Beck, one of them dudes. But y'all like to live in a stereotype. Here's the other thing. At this point in life, some of y'all like to say it in public, and y'all think we're cool. Every black person is cool with y'all saying nigga in public all the time. No, that's not what it is. We got to give you a pass because if I knock your teeth out in public, I'm going to jail. See, if 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 a black person was around Hispanics and calling them racial epithets and he get knocked out, it is what it is. If it was around white people, he get knocked out. It is what it is. Asians, he get knocked out. It is what it is. Arabs, um, you know, I would say Africans, Jamaica. I don't necessarily know that because that's an interesting mix with the police. But if they're a Black American in a predominantly non-black environment, um, yeah, like if one of y'all call us a nigga and we knock you out, we going to jail. But it doesn't work the other way around. We know that already. So a lot of y'all just play that game where we cool. It's like nah, dog. You saying this because I'm gonna catch an assault charge if I put your teeth in your throat, and you know this already. So you just get to play around. So that's the other part. As far as the cultural aspect, y'all don't like he said, like a lot of people, and I agree with a lot of y'all we don't hang out like that. Like, oh, I grew up around black people. You went to school with black people. You went to school, so you went to school with other races of people. Don't act like you know them like that. And just because you went to elementary or high school or college, that don't mean you know people's whole upbringing. Because what happens is a lot of y'all have these stereotypes that are mixed with really is mixed with hip hop and racist ideology. And you think like we're cool with that. They're like, I get the teeter on the line and getting knocked out. It's cool. And it's like, oh, okay. Interesting. Because first and foremost, with a lot of other people, we don't think about y'all like that. Like literally, we don't go our homes worrying about what white America again or Hispanic America or Asian America. It's not it's not that with us. Will people come up if you did something that we was like, yeah, that's out of pocket. Sometimes if you did something that's cool, that's cool. But we're not. None of y'all are like a constant discussion, and it's crazy because I'm saying that because that's even like with white people. It's like when we get together, we care about each other. We worry about each other. We're not going to bring America's negativity in our spaces, and that's just something that it seems to us as black people that all of you other groups do. Like y'all have little covens of hate to bond. Like I hate them black people, but I love this blah, blah. I hate them. Let me do it this way. You hate black people, but you're attracted to black women, but you hate black men because you don't want black men touching your women. But you hate black people because black people's culture is all negative, but you emulate the worst parts of black culture, and that's and you revel in it, and because you got degeneracy in your mind, and you have no clue about all the things that are not degenerate about black culture because that doesn't interest you in your stereotype. And it's like, is what it is, you know. And it comes to a point where we kind of ignore everybody because here's what I'm gonna do this way. Here's what black America doesn't understand about all of your cultures. All of y'all have vibrant cultures. But what you do is You try to gentrify our culture. And then you get mad because, you know, you don't feel like your culture is represented enough. And it's like, bro, that's not that's y'all. Y'all like what we do. Y'all emulate what we do and hate us at the same time, which is bipolar, schizophrenic. And then at the same time, um, how can I say this? You turn around and truthfully make it all about entertainment. Because when you have people coming here like we other groups work hard, and a comedian used to say this: we when slavery ended, that began a stereotype of black people are lazy. If you can't get it for free, they're all lazy. But all of you other groups interact with black people all the time at work. Y'all have seen, been around, work with, and depend on hardworking black people. But hey, but but the black culture is this. It's like, yeah, I get it. I get it. When it's time for you to when you want a promotion, you're gonna huddle up with your friends in your own group and make sure the black person can't, we need them around to do the job for us, but we need to come together and get in this position. And we're gonna use racial stereotypes to say, see, they don't have the capacity for this, and they don't work hard enough for this. Yeah. We know. But getting back to the topic, um, it ain't just young people. You get what I'm saying? The worst part about non-black Americans wanting to be in black culture is they use hip hop culture as a buffer for them being degenerate. So what I mean is when they're in their rebellious phase, they're trying to use hip hop like this. See, it's just a phase. But when you doing drugs, when you alcoholic, when you become a sexual deviant, when you criminal minded, you get what I'm saying? When you're a hypocrite in your own religion, it's all you blame the black people, and you blame it's just the hip hop. No, 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 no. Hip hop is just the excuse you use. Because like I said earlier, y'all never use good examples. What did I say that earlier? Y'all don't use good examples of hip hop that aren't the stereotype. Y'all ain't really Common fans. Y'all ain't really Most Def fans. You get what I'm saying? Y'all don't listen to Jay Electronica. And it ain't just people who are conscious. It's people who actually y'all not really big Ludacris fans like that from what I see. Y'all just like dope boy music. And it's like, oh, okay. See, we like all of it. We like people who are good. They don't have to actually be rapping about uh crime for us to like them. It's got to be good music. Y'all don't really. I don't hear y'all saying y'all big Crit fans. You get what I'm saying? Like y'all don't do that. But somehow it's a you know we see because of hip hop we bond together. We don't bond together when you just trying to call me nigga on the cool. Matter of fact, I forgot y'all not big J Cole fans. You other groups, y'all really not. Y'all not big Kendrick Lamar fans, but I guarantee you, y'all Pooh Shiesty out. Y'all NBA young boy out. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, I bet. I bet it is. Y'all are full of it. Y'all are full of it. And then when you get around black people who aren't your stereotype of the hip hop you like, then all of a sudden, you come with that, they ain't really black. And it's like, you ain't really your ethnicity because you trying to be some dumbass stereotype of us. So the only person that's faking over here is you. But like I said, I appreciate what he said because a lot of that for us that's a it's like y'all are bringing y'all issues in our community, and it's for your community to deal with. So, like I said, I appreciate this video, man. I'm gonna leave it at that. Said my piece. Could have said more, but I don't feel like a super long video. Peace.